Ladies and gentlemen, you find a lot of bullshit out there. You find a lot of people telling you that this business model is the best, or that business model is the best, when the truth of the matter is that it's very unique to your circumstance. And what I'm doing at my career stage is not what you should be doing at your career stage. And what I'm doing at my career stage might be laughable to someone who's worth multiple billions of dollars. They're like, oh, this is just too small of an opportunity. So in today's video, I'm going to give you a bunch of different business models sequentially that you should follow in order depending on where you are in your career. Because if you try to skip any steps and go right to the end of this journey, I guarantee that you're going to make things very, very difficult for yourself. So as mentioned, I want you to understand that before you is really a roadmap. It's a quest. It's a plotted course for you to follow. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to take you on my own journey of entrepreneurship and show you the best online business models for total beginners all the way to 9-figure entrepreneurs. And along the way, you're going to learn the importance of 3 things. The first is equity, and this is really what divides social classes, makes fortunes, and changes lives. Equity means ownership in a business or an asset and the ability to make money from this. By the way, you guys need to understand that when someone is worth X amount, these people don't have $2 billion laying in their bank account. It's just they own a company or a percentage in a company that equates to that amount. So when we talk about vast sums of wealth, usually we are talking about equity. The second is leverage, the tool at anyone's disposal. Now you can leverage your skills, you can leverage other people's skills, and you can leverage your capital or equity. And the third is vacation. Now this one honestly speaks for itself, but just in case you need a reminder, it's time off. It's the ability to take a break from work without this causing a drop in your income. Now, as I cover each business model, you're gonna understand their importance. So let's start off with the most basic, content marketing. The first and most primitive online business that anyone can tap into is content marketing. And by the way, I mean basic. You make or you take content and you post it into a social media account. Now by this, I don't mean that you become an influencer or you start posting breathtaking photography. All it takes is to start posting the kind of content that gets people to follow your account and engage. And if that sounds strange to you, it shouldn't. If you've wasted any time today on Instagram, you would have seen an account which collates videos of dogs or memes stolen from Twitter. Now, have you ever wondered why the people who run the accounts do it? They get paid, either through platform-specific programs like the TikTok Creator Fund, or through paid shoutouts and links in bio. If you go to any meme page that you follow, you're gonna see that they have a link to a mobile game in their bio. Now, this may not be a massive business opportunity or a clever one, but it's one of the ways that I made my first income when I was first starting off by growing Instagram accounts. I'd start one, I'd build up its following, I'd sell some promotions, and then I would sell it. And I made my first few $1,000s online doing this. Now, there are a number of ways that you can monetize an account like this. It could be by being paid for engagement by the platform itself, sponsored posts, or just selling the account alone. Now, I will say times have changed since when I first started this, and I wouldn't recommend this method to everyone starting an online business, but starting your own account has one advantage when it comes to the next online business model. Now, real quick, you're gonna hear me talk a lot about business models and theory in this video, but just a quick heads up, if you are looking for real practical skills that you can apply today to make money, I want you to go ahead and check out Digital Launchpad. It's the only education platform in the world created specifically for this reason. Inside of it, you're gonna learn over 10 ways to make money within the next 30 days. I recently launched this platform earlier this year, and for the rest of the year, we are releasing a new program every single month. And you can have access to it right now for just $37 a month, or for less than 73 cents a day if you go for the annual plan. So if you have a desire to make your first $1,000 online, there's nowhere better in the world to learn it than inside of Digital Launchpad. Now, moving on, the natural successor to content marketing is affiliate marketing. Now, if you don't know what that is, let's pretend that this video was listing my 10 favorite books. Affiliate marketing means that when I include an Amazon link in the description below, I get paid a percentage of the sale. And nearly every online retailer or software company has some sort of affiliate deal. Now, of course, some are more rewarding than others. I mean, once again, looking at Amazon again, their affiliate program is notoriously poor and yields you a tiny percentage of the money that they get for each sale. And the very best affiliate deals allow you to collect recurring revenue for everyone who signs up using your link, and gives you a high percentage of that revenue. Unsurprisingly, these are also the most competitive programs to work in. Finding success as an affiliate marketer means finding these programs and then combining them with your network. Now, this could be a social media following you have, an email list that you've built up, or even your friendship group. The very best affiliate marketers combine their network and then give people a reason to click on their specific link. They give their followers a free program or template and give them access to it in return for using their link. Now, some people making small fortunes from affiliate marketing dedicate their entire professional lives to it, building up astonishing email databases and massive followings, constantly pumping out reviews on YouTube just to get their next commission. Whereas in practice, the people I've seen who have the most success with affiliate marketing are the ones who combine it with another business model and use it to complement everything else they do. And affiliate marketing is really the first online business which starts to combine two of my three favorite things: leverage and vacation. Because you're able to leverage your existing online presence and in some instances, actually enjoy recurring revenue without having to do any work. And that's what I like to call vacation time. And listen, I'll be honest, I still dabble in affiliate marketing myself. There are some tools that I use myself and would genuinely recommend to people. So there's no reason why I wouldn't then recommend these to my followers. But the online business I've seen work time and time again for anyone is the next. And that is offering digital services. And by this, I mean selling your time and skills online in everything from copywriting to selling. And this is really the consistent business model that I see beginners apply to start making real money online, earning the first thousands of dollars they need to elevate the next step in their careers. The simple reality is that most skills like advertising or email marketing are in short supply and have a massive demand. Something as simple as copywriting can command massive premiums for a massive variety of paying customers, allowing you to charge hundreds of dollars just for writing a piece of email copy or a Facebook ad. And if that sounds exaggerated, you need to understand the impact of these services on businesses. I mean, listen, for most e-commerce stores, as much as 30% of their revenue comes directly from email marketing. In larger stores, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars for a single campaign sent. A marketer who can come in and write something compelling or create a high converting email sequence can easily demand 0.1% of the revenue generated for their services. And if you think it's difficult to learn these, it's not. The truth is, most practitioners of these services don't have a clue what they're doing. All it takes is a few weeks of self-education and you can master something that could generate your clients hundreds of thousands of dollars. But there's one problem with this business model. You are a one-man show and entirely reliant on gigs. And whilst this can be extremely profitable, you gain no equity in a business and you're only able to leverage your own skills. So what's the solution? Starting an agency. And very few people truly understand this business model and just understand how simple it is. As I've said many times, an agency's role is rather simple. You are leveraging the skills and expertise of others, and more importantly, you're removing yourself from the process. So let's look at one of those skills I mentioned in the last business model, email marketing. Now, of course, you can go ahead and deliver this yourself, but an even more efficient way of delivering this service is hiring someone else to do this for you. Running an agency just means matching clients with your contractors and pocketing the difference. You could charge a client $3,000 to deliver email marketing campaigns for a month, and then pay your contractor $1,000 per month, and then you simply pocket the difference. It's a win-win situation where you're guaranteeing your contractors regular work and getting them paid, and also delivering high-quality services to your clients. And it gets better, because this sort of business model can be scaled up quickly, because you're not actually delivering this work. Because you're not actually delivering this work, you can take on more and more clients and work with more and more contractors. Your role as an agency owner is to find and convert leads and then manage service delivery. And there's a reason I'm so passionate about agencies. It's because it's the first business model where you can combine equity, leverage, and vacation. The more clients you have and the more people you make happy, the more equity you gain in the business. Now, don't get me wrong, it's extremely difficult to sell an agency, but you will gain a reputation, contacts, and the ability to get higher and higher caliber of clients. And by leveraging the skills of others, you're able to remove yourself from the equation and actually build a business that you can vacation from. Again, I'm not saying that you would disappear for a year, but it would take a pretty terrible business owner to not run an agency that they couldn't take a couple weeks away from. Now, the next business model is the one that very few people ever elevate to. And there's a reason for that. Offering digital services is easy. Nearly anyone can do it. It takes a small amount of skill and some outreach. Many people then go on to leverage their own skills and others to start an agency. Now this is harder, but as long as you keep your client base below 6 or 7, it's a pretty simple business model and pretty difficult to mess it up. Then, few people will ever compile everything they've learned and then distill that into a single product that people can use to execute their own business. And the internet is full of these. Guides on how to do everything from lose weight, to following a specific diet, to mixing your own music. These are almost always a combination of video modules, text guides, and group calls to support people. And elevating to this business model requires actual knowledge, expertise, and systems. And that is the world of digital products, where you package up your knowledge, your expertise, and then you sell that in the form of information. Now, obviously, information is valued much less than actual implementation, which is why as an agency owner, you get paid so much more per client. But if you can do digital products right and sell the right programs, the right information, it's a much, much harder business to actually scale up. But if you manage to get it right, it is more scalable. Now, what's the opposite of a digital product? A physical one, of course. And I've purposely left this to near the end of this list because I genuinely believe it's one of the most difficult online businesses to start. It's not impossible, but the whole point of this video has been to show the roadmap you need to follow to achieve the pinnacle of online business success. And let me tell you this, selling physical products online is a tough one. And I'm not talking about dropshipping here, because that's a mixed bag of an industry that can be done well and can also be extremely profitable, but something I've never personally dabbled in. I'm talking about actually building a brand that sells quality products and doesn't just shut down within a few weeks of operating. But before I go on and on about why this is such a difficult endeavor, it's also important to highlight why this is a good business model to pursue at the correct stage of your career. Selling a physical product can all but eliminate you from the business and the brand. Listen, when someone buys a pair of Allbirds shoes, they're not buying access to Tim Brown, the founder. Quite frankly, they don't care if he goes on holiday or whether he gets back to their emails personally. They are buying a pair of shoes, and if the shoes are good, they'll be back to buy another pair. And then when Tim gets tired of the business, he can sell that too. You see, real businesses that sell real physical products can be almost infinitely scalable and valuable. Now, back to the downsides. They require a hell of a lot of investment of time, energy, and capital. Take this from someone who put nearly $1 million into a new physical product brand that I launched earlier this year called Big Day. The amount of startup capital that you need to get something like that going successfully is something that most people can't stomach. Now, for me, in my current stage of my career, if I was to lose $1 million, whatever, it's not the end of the world. You know, it really doesn't keep me up at night, but for most people, they can't afford to put that amount of money and infrastructure into a business that they don't know whether it's going to be a home run or not. Even recently, I sold 40% of my eyewear business to my business partner. And as we are looking to scale up the brand, we are spending so much money on stock, and you don't see that cash back for a long time. So it's a very difficult business. It's not a business where you have a lot of cash laying around because you're constantly needing to reinvest, but it is definitely a business that's sellable down the line. And then there's software. I mean, take everything you've learned in this video, the importance of owning an asset, amassing skills, leveraging the talent and skills of others, productizing and commoditizing your services, and building a brand which has value in its own right. And there you have software. This is really the holy grail of online businesses, and the one that so few people ever get right. For good reason. It requires more capital than an e-commerce store to set up, more skills than offering digital services, and more systems than an agency. But when it functions properly, a software business can print money like no other. And when set up properly, it can provide you with recurring revenue, month in, month out, from customers who never even need to know your name. And importantly, it can amass its own value very quickly. Remember when I told you at the beginning of this video that I wasn't going to give you a list, I was going to give you a roadmap. Well, this right here has been my roadmap that I have followed and still follow to this day. So ladies and gentlemen, just remember that there is no best business model for you right now. Instead, you want to find the right business model for your career stage.